Hello everybody, welcome to episode 2 of Duo Doers, where we're going to do a DIY garden tool organizer. In this little nook here, we used to have an old refrigerator that we went ahead and recycled and now have been using for tool storage and like gardening equipment. And as you can see, it was very disorganized. Even with a tool organizer, it was pretty disorganized, it was taking up a lot of space. And our goal is here to go ahead and make something against the wall, so the tools are nicely lined up against the wall and opening up that nice area for us. And here we're going to paint first, because you can see it wasn't really well painted before. We're using some old paint that we had. This is a Kills primer paint with some color in it, and we're just painting with paintbrush right now. I went and changed right now because I realized that, oh no, I'm in my good clothes. I can't be painting with my good clothes, so I've switched into my messy clothes, my painting clothes. And right now we're just going out with a paintbrush, trying to get as much coverage as possible. Things you're going to need for this project, besides the paint, because that's what we have to do. If you have a nice painted area, you're going to need some 2x4s, or just one 2x4, about 4 feet probably. A 2 or 3x1, a nice little thin piece of wood to go across, a few 3-inch screws, and I'll show you those 3-inch screws in a little bit, and a drill driver. Everybody should have a drill driver if you're going to be doing DIY projects, and a skill saw or circular saw. Those are the tools you're going to need for this project. And honestly, if you're going at it quick, it only takes about 30 minutes or so. And we realized shortly after doing the paint brushes, it's taking us way too long and it's not looking as good as we thought it was going to look. So we went ahead and switched it up to a paint roller. And we also realized we didn't have anything to go onto our roller tray. Usually you put something plastic on there or something like that to protect it. So we just threw 2 trash bags together, put a little duct tape in between, and used that to use as our protective cover for our paint tray. And using a paint roller in a larger area makes the most sense. Paintbrush was not working that well for us, and it's going to give it a better texture as well and a more even paint job. And it's a lot quicker. Yeah, I know that the color is different. We just decided to go with whatever paint we had, and we weren't going to invest that much in paint in there. Right now I got my 2x4, and I'm just marking about every 2 inches or so with my tape measure, and now I have my straight edge, or my levels using as a straight edge, and making those lines going across. If you have a speed square or something, I left mine at my parents' house. And now I'm just going to cut those pieces off. So I'm using a 2x6 underneath as something to cut on, and I'm going ahead and cutting 2-inch pieces in my 2x4. They're going to be used in multiple ways, and you'll see that here in a second. Just cut a bunch of them. I think I cut probably 15 of them. A couple of them split while I was drilling into. Of course, got to clean up after yourself. So I went ahead and used my rigid vacuum to clean up all the sawdust. Here I'm checking it against the wall because it's going on top of the foundation right there. I'm checking against the wall which height we want. I put 23 inches for myself, so I'm going ahead and do that. And what I'm going to do is I'm using a Craftsman drill driver right here. I bought that 10 years ago or so. I have my DeWalt driver set, and these GRK screws, they are 3 1/8 inch, number 9. And using good screws is a big deal because, in all honesty, they drive better, they split the wood less, and they're a lot easier to use rather than the cheaper screws you can get. Just double checking my measurements across to make sure it's going to be level. And I'm going to go ahead and pre-screw in the base wood. So I'm going to put 2 2x4s on top of each other to give me my depth that I need. So I'm drilling one into the wall with one screw, then I'm drilling the other one on top of it, and screwing it on top of it. Now I have 2 pieces of 2x4 there. I'm doing it on both sides. Then I'm taking my 2x1, and I'm going to go ahead and drill that in with 2 screws, top and bottom, on both sides. Now you could just leave it as is there, but once we did that, we realized that all our tools were sliding around and none of them were standing up straight. So right now we're going to take some more of those 2x4 scraps and adding them as dividers every about 4 inches or so. And here I'm actually using shorter screws because when I used the 3 1/4 screw, it went through the 1x2 and or 3/4x2 and the 2x4 and went out the other side. So we're using 2-inch screws here to secure the 2x4 to the 1x2s. And we've about 4 inches or so, and those are going to be our dividers to keep the tools from sliding around. And now we're going to go ahead and insert all the tools there. And we can't find a nice place for that little short shovel, so we went ahead and I used one of the 3-inch screws, screwed it into the wall. That way we can hang the shovel on there. The only thing is I made sure to screw into a stud in the wall. I can see that the stud is there because this is unfinished drywall. So I went ahead and drilled it there. You can see a little seam there. Thank you guys for watching. We have these videos every Wednesday. Feel free to follow us on Duo Doers in Instagram and Facebook and YouTube, and make sure to hit subscribe down below for videos every Wednesday. Thank you.